I can't believe it. Like, as much as I know Arsenal's drawbacks, they know how to put on a game. Final score: Arsenal 7, Newcastle 3, and oh my days, Walcott hat trick, a Giroud substitute performance where he gets 2 goals. Podolski, amazing game. Demba Ba got 2 goals. First goal for Marvo, Newcastle player. Jack Wilshere had a great game. Basically, the game didn't have had a chance to fizzle into nothing and be a boring game, because you know the Premier League all day has had loads of goals, and then the last game of the day could have none. That's what it's normally like, but not today. The game started with both teams good possession. Newcastle were actually really good at keeping possession, and Arsenal were dwindling on that, not showing as much intent as we would have liked. But the first goal goes in, and it was to Arsenal, and the goal scorer was it Walcott? Yeah, first goal scorer was Walcott. It doesn't even matter about the order. Walcott scored 3. Fucking Giroud got 2. Oxlade-Chamberlain got 1. Who got the other one? Podolski. Fucking Podolski was so sick. But Bar got 2, Marvo got 1, and basically Arsenal 1-0, Newcastle 1-1, Arsenal 2-1, Newcastle 2-2, Arsenal 3-2, Newcastle 3-3, Arsenal 4-3, Arsenal 5-3, 6-3, 7-3. And Theo Walcott deserves the match ball because he played really well in that striking position. The position which, you know, he's been waiting for his chance, and he's finally got it. Reminds me a lot of the Van Persie situation, where he's not much left on his contract. He's playing really well for Arsenal, and depending on what he wants, he has all the power. And I genuinely hope he will sign, but there's nothing to say he will. There's nothing that makes him have to sign. But I pray and I hope, I don't pray, but I hope that Theo Walcott signs the ting, because he's so good. Alright, a bit of analysis. Newcastle had not very many players fit. Apparently they had 7 players missing, which is quite a lot considering Arsenal had like 1 or 2. I have to say really well done to them, because they had young players who don't play in normal positions. Even I think it was Perch playing at centre back, and they all played really well up until the goal started going in. And you could say it was very balanced, because Arsenal were conceding, Newcastle were conceding, but it just told a story that because the game was so open, the key attacking players are going to be the ones that make the difference. It was Demba Ba who was scoring and being in the goal for Newcastle, but on Arsenal's side, I have to say it was Walcott who was finishing the chances. And during the whole game, it was like Cazorla. You always want him to be on the ball. You always want Cazorla on the ball. You always want Wilshere to be able to spread the ball. You always want Podolski to play the final passes, and you want Walcott to finish. I have to say, I keep saying that thing, but Oxlade-Chamberlain was doing really well. He wasn't getting as wide as I'd like him to, but he was doing really well. Theo, he has the chance to spin in behind constantly. That's what the first goal was like. Podolski played it down the wing, Walcott was spinning in behind. And just a note here for fantasy football players, Walcott is a midfielder. He's got 18 points right now before his last goal went in, I think it was. So he's going to end up with at least 26 with bonus points. 26 points. When he plays, he gets points. That's the thing. If Wenger don't play him, he don't get points. He plays him, he gets points. If only we had like Van Persie and Walcott up front together. I mean, Walcott and Giroud up front together is fine as well, because when they're both playing, points are going in. That's what makes me so happy. I'm not going to say this is the change of everything, because Arsenal need to climb up the table majorly. Newcastle are struggling. They're only, I think it's 5 points off the bottom 3, and I expect more from them, but it's because they've got so many injuries. They've got no Ben Arfa, Cabaye. Trying to think who else are they missing. I can't really think of their other players. Gutierrez is missing, so they're missing a lot of key players, and I don't. It kind of makes sense the position they're in, but hopefully they make some changes in January and they can get going. But this is I'm mainly an Arsenal supporter, so forgive me for being a bit biased. But Victoria, Concordia, Crescit, victory through harmony. In Arsenal, we still trust, me personally anyway, and I hope Walcott signs that thing. It's been me, Wildest Gameplay, and stay tuned for some more videos, man. Woo! 7-4. Anyway, have a good one.